Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp here in Trinidad with another daily nugget through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. Okay, so first and foremost, Kala Layam, La Allah Yanawa, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakaha Kodash. Alright, so double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, the elders, a great milestone at well. Salutation unto the brothers who preaching and teaching us truth through the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and the freedom to do so now more than ever. Alright, shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites along with the very few but faithful Akwat. We say shalom, shalom, shalom. So today's daily nugget, we'll be actually looking at two scriptures. Alright, two scriptures from two separate books, alright, but basically echoing the same sentiments, alright, basically echoing the same sentiments. So first one will be 2 Peter 1:19, where it reads, "We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place until the day dawn and the day star arise in your heart." All right. Now, when you take a look at the scripture, all right, and you take concentration. You take concentration on that key word there. Which is prophecy. All right. It brings to you, it brings to you, how to put this, boy, it brings to you a understanding, I would say, it brings to you a level of understanding pursuant to the times that you're living in right now, because you see, the thing is, this is the time of prophecies that is being fulfilled at a rapid rate. You understand? There is what it is here. Okay, we in a time, where things is happening. All right, things is happening on a rapid rate. Prophecies is off the Richter scale, you would say. All right. Everything that is taking place right now is all based on prophecy. All right, and the thing about it is, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he gave his servants, the prophets, his secrets, which is understanding of the secrets, which is the prophecies. There's where it is here. All right, nothing in this world is happening all vai. As some would want to put it, as some would want to keep it, because the carnal, some with the carnal mentality and whatnot, so forth, is like, that is just evolution and the world just evolving and this and that and the other, and going through a phase, and no. All right, because I heard enough of people speak such nonsense. All right. It's, basically, Yahweh Shem Yahushai not dealing with them, point blank, period. All right, so it's all prophecy. All right, Trump doing what he doing, pursuing to Greenland, that is prophecy. All right, situation in Iran, and you have Netanyahu and Lindsey Graham and Trump and whatnot, so forth, beating the drums of war. All right, that is all prophecy, because the scripture speaks of the least of the flock shall draw them out. All right, the sentiments, that is being echoed nearly every day pursuant to the U.S. economy and the world economy, for that matter, that the scene it coming to a crash and halt and whatnot, so forth. All that is prophecy. All right, everything that is taking place right now is prophecy, even as simple as it may look, but it's still of high importance within itself, pursuing to scoffers and mockers and whatnot, so forth. All that is prophecy. All right, everything that is taking place right now is prophecy. All right, and the Lord give us the eyesight to see it from afar and be able to speak on it, and speak it into existence. All right. So as it says here, we have also a more sure word of prophecy where until you do well that ye take heed. And this is what the prophecies is all about. That we take heed. This is what the prophecies is about, really and truly, that we take heed, because the scripture says what? Measure thou the time diligently within itself. Alright? Which is the prophecies. They keep on a track record of everything that has taken place. Alright? We in a time where what? We in a technocracy age, a world that is being taken over by technocrats, all right, to bring in the beast system and what have you, so forth, AI technology and brain computer interface and all these things, the RFID microchip, you being implanted and being a cyborg and all these things is prophecy, all right. And as we in that time, we knowing that we ought to take heed, because basically these prophecies has to be fulfilled in order for Yahweh Shai to make his return. Alright, the one who the world ignorantly and stupidly calls Jesus Christ. Alright, these prophecies has to take place. Alright, that's why you have to take heed, because suddenly the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, suddenly the coming of Yahweh Shai, these things will take place. All these things is prophecy. Alright, so it says, as ye take heed, do well that ye take heed as unto a light, because this is what these prophecies is a light. Alright, is a light in this dark place. We in the valley of the shadow of death. Alright, and these prophecies is actually a light to guide us into that right path, into the path that you need to be directed to. Alright, there's where it is. Alright, and that shineth in a dark place until the day dawn, and the day star arise in your heart. And that day star is who? Yahweh Shai. Alright, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. There's what it's all about here. We have that more sure word of prophecy. This is what gives us the boost. This is what gives us, this is what gives us the motivation, to keep carrying on. Alright? This is what gives us the motivation to keep carrying on. Alright? Because we seeing the things, we seeing all what has taken place. So, we cannot be in a complacent state. We cannot be in a state of, we do as we please. Alright? Because the prophecies is a timeline. And as fast as the prophecies is fulfilling, it just shows that your time is running out. Your time is running short. That would again, measure out the time diligently within itself. All right? Measure out the time diligently within itself. So we ought to really, take hold of the prophecy, because the Lord give us that sure word of it. All right? The prophecy is our validation pursuant to what we speak in. Alright? Christianity don't know nothing about prophecy. They cannot prophesy. Alright? They could only prophesy nonsense, which is not prophecy. Alright? About the see you get a house, the see you get this, the see you get that. No. That's not prophecy. That's just you satisfying your lust and greed. Alright? To continue in this wicked place. Alright? Egyptology don't have it. The Bhagavad Gita, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, none of these things have it. Alright. The Bible contains all the prophecies, all the world's prophecy, all the prophecies that's going to take place in the world, alright, to bring this age to a drastic end. Alright. So the next scripture that I will go to, alright, bear with me. The next scripture that I will go to is Sirach, actually. Sirach 39 and 1. Alright, as I said, two different books, what say echoing the same sentiments. Where it reads, but he that giveth his mind, Sirach 39 and 1, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. Alright, so this is what it is here. Alright, this is what it is here. Alright, we seek out the wisdom of the ancient, which is the prophets. Alright, which is the prophets and also our elders that is here today, and be occupied in the prophecies, man. Alright? Because as long as you're being occupied in the prophecies, alright, you have a more sure hope, alright, because why? You're seeing everything that was written is taking place. Alright, the Lord said his word will not fall short, it will not fall void. Alright, as I mentioned earlier, all what is taking place, for instance, Babylon the Great, which is America, and Greenland, alright, that is prophecy, because the prophecy pursuant to Revelation 17 and 16, where the beast shall hate the whore and burn her with fire and whatnot, so forth. That have to take place. So, that is just the groundwork that is being laid in order for that prophecy to be fulfilled. The groundwork pursuant to America and the intentions of annexing Greenland, invading Greenland, and annexing it and what have you, so forth. Yeah, that the groundwork being laid for that prophecy for Revelation 17:16 to be fulfilled. Alright? And many other things. So this is what it is all about. Prophecy. Alright? Be occupied in the prophecies. Watch. Keep watch. Because every day there is something to look forward to where prophecy is concerned. Every single day that we live here right now upon the face of the earth is something to look forward to. Alright? Something to look forward to. A major thing that you have to look for besides the war, all these wars and rumors of wars and whatnot, so forth, is the crashing of the economy. Alright? That is a major thing that you have to look forward to, because why? The prophecy of the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, has to be fulfilled. You understand? This is what it is. This is what it is. Alright, so I hope you always edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp signing out. Saying, Kal Halayam, La Allah Hayanawa Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, the elders, a great millstone that rule well. Salutation unto the brothers who preaching and teaching the truth, show the four corners of the earth, risking the lives and the freedom to do so now more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwat, which is the sisters that listening and learning. Until then, we say shalom, shalom, shalom.